10-year-old juvenile of Salama Park area kills both his parents. TIZ saddened with the levels of corruption in Zambia. Emphasis on Sunday morning partially swept through the Ministry of Infrastructure office. And government ponders on the delimitation of vast constituencies. And finally, in the world of sport, a 19-year-old Zambian Muzala Samukonga crowned champion in the athletic tournament. And now with the news in detail, my name is Faith Malambo. An unfamiliar on Sunday morning partially swept through a property reportedly owned by the Ministry of Infrastructure and Housing located along Nangwenya Road in Lusaka. The property was saved from massive damage by a quick response from the Lusaka Fire Brigade, who rushed to the scene to put off the fire, whose source is not yet established. However, only some goods that were kept in the yard were caught by fire as the fire was put off before it advanced to the other houses. And one of the security guards at the property, Fred Mwila, said the fire started around 9 hours and it was noticed earlier on. However, the guards could not extinguish as the facility had no water supply.
No, Fred Mula. Never watch me. So, okay, so, in a chibika na chiposta maro kuya kuli warehouse kuyo kuma carpet. So kuya eko tuwa chiposta sana maro kula tushindi. So kuya tuwa chitachi tuwashi na wingi. So no mboro tuleso kansu nomba na waka waikata ni sima chicken. Sefu tuwachesha ukutuma phone kuma bosses tayachilafika. So if you had to start to my phone to the office ya magina. So eri wachisami nishinombo muliro na waka tuafika kwa twala ikata pesa amenshi tatukwe from Friday up to today tatukwa tamishi tenanti male office on duty kamakina es company nenzeri kusedi pamena bwera kuno nango tabaja bego yambira kamuliro tenzeri batata wamulira na Mr. Musoni atingi muliro yambira kusite kaisa kozimya but watikanga ndepana tumira phone na supervisor ndebe batumira wachite office ku
Stanley Muya. I'm the zone manager for this zone where ESCO building lies. So I received a call from one of my supervisors that ESCO is on fire. Then immediately I called the fire brigade guys to come and rescue us. I think in no time they arrived at the point, and we are happy that at least some items had been saved.
Lusaka's Salama Park area has allegedly killed both his parents in an unclear circumstance. 53-year-old Nathaniel Mwakachela and his 52-year-old wife Pamela Luweka were allegedly killed by their firstborn son on Saturday, the 16th of August 2022, between 24 hours and 10 hours. The Zambia police spokesperson Ray Hamonga says a docket of case has been opened pending for further investigations.
A 19-year-old adult juvenile of Lusaka's Salama Park area has allegedly killed his parents, 53-year-old Nathaniel Mwakachela and his 52-year-old wife, Pemba Mwakachela, were allegedly killed by their firstborn son on Saturday, 6th August 2022, between midnight and 10 a.m. According to Zambia police spokesperson Ray Hamonga, the case was reported to Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe station by the sister to the suspect, who had heard someone screaming but ignored as she thought it was her father trying to take her brother to the rehabilitation center because they had mentioned earlier of taking him to the facility as his behavior had been bad.
Around 11 hours when she woke up, she discovered that her bedroom door was locked. She then decided to call her brother to come and open for her, but he responded saying he was mopping so he could not open.
Later, after staying in the bedroom for some time, she decided to open the door using a knife. When she got out, it was quiet in the house as only her brother was present. He then followed her and told her that he wanted to tell her something, but that he could only communicate it on a piece of paper. Eventually, he broke the news by writing on the paper that the parents had died of COVID-19. However, when asked where the bodies were, he did not respond. She checked for the bodies inside the house but couldn't find them and decided to go outside, where she found the bodies wrapped in blankets and tied on each ends with wires. She then asked if she could take a walk outside to clear her mind, and she was allowed. It was at this point, when she went outside the gate, that she informed her family members, who later came with her to report the matter at the police at around 13:30 hours.
Police visited the scene of crime. The house was found looking clean and nothing unusual was observed. Outside the house, within the yard, in the backyard, was where the two bodies were found wrapped in two different separate blankets. The two bodies were unwrapped and examined. The deceased male had a cut on the right upper part of the eye with swollen lips, while the female had a swollen face with a cut on the nose. Fresh blood was observed coming from the two deceased nose. Also at the scene, there was a piece of paper that was recovered from the suspect, where he wrote the news to the sister of the passion of their parents. Photographs of the scene were taken and the suspect has since been detained in police custody.
The bodies have since been deposited at the University Teaching Hospital UTH mortuary, awaiting an autopsy. A docket of case has been opened pending further investigations. Virginia Chilongo, MUVI TV News, Lusaka.
MUVI TV News has established that police officers submitted inconclusive statements to the National Prosecution Authority in the controversial alleged murder of 14-year-old Beatrice Malayo, who died on February 2022 after a gun rape incident in Lusaka's Shantumbu. This despite the earlier collection statements from the witnesses, suspects as well as the doctor who attended to the victim. It has been established that NPA twice sent back Malayo's docket to the police for investigations, and contrary to the claim by the police that NPA preferred the manslaughter charge on the three suspects, the office has denied. In responding to a press query by MUVI TV News, NPA says it did not take part in preferring charges on the three suspects who raped Malayo, stating that a manslaughter was determined by the police from inception of the case. And Director of Public Prosecution Lillian Siyuni, without disclosing the number of times the docket was sent back to the police, confirmed that NPA was in receipt of Malayo's docket and it was sent back to the police for further investigations. Ms. Siyuni says the case is currently being investigated and the accused persons are on bond, which was granted to them by police as manslaughter is a bailable offense.
It is about 6 months since 14-year-old Beatrice Malayo of Lusaka's Shantumbu died 14 days after being gang raped by 3 men, and the suspects are yet to step in the courts of law as they are on police bond after being charged with manslaughter. As the case drags on, the National Prosecution Authority, NPA, has confirmed being in receipt of Malayo's docket, but denies preferring the manslaughter charge on the suspects. This is contrary to what the police told this reporter, that the suspects were initially charged with murder by the police and later NPA dropped the charge to manslaughter, paving way for the suspects to be released on bond. In responding to a press query by this reporter, Director of Public Prosecutions Lillian Siyuni said from inception the accused persons were charged with manslaughter by the police, and NPA did not play a part in the preferring of charges on the suspects. Ms. Siyuni added that the case is currently being investigated and the accused persons are on bond as granted to them by the police, since manslaughter is a bailable offense. The question therefore arises as to why did the police relinquish itself from preferring charges on the suspects when in the first place it was the one that charged them with manslaughter. Meanwhile, strong reports received by this reporter from Shantumbu indicate that one of the suspects among the three has left Shantumbu together with his family. For MUVI TV News, I'm Kaptula Afias in Lusaka.
Lack of political will to strengthen and enforce Zambia's Public Finance Management Act of 2018 has led to continued acts of corruption among public workers. An analysis of the 2020 Audit General (TIZ) reveals that for a long time, officers found wanting have not been punished or made to return stolen public money. The analysis further found that wasteful expenditure in 2020 was 1,418 million kwacha, a figure which was 33 times higher than the amount allocated to the Social Welfare Department in the year 2021 budget. It recommends that full application of the punitive measures contained in the Public Finance Management Act would reduce the propensity for financial regulations and corruption.
If you want to get wealth without working for it at all, join African politics.
Zambia, like any other African country, has seen a growing number of corrupt reports perpetuated by office bearers at the expense of suffering low-income earners. Fighting corruption in Zambia has for a long time been a talk show where government leaders commit themselves to ending the vice while watching it escalating. For example, in an interview with the US-based media house Bloomberg in April 2019, former Finance Minister Margaret Monakatwe cited the Public Finance Management Act as a tool to be used to fight corruption.
To ensure that public funds in the main are kept for public utility. So, for example, in Zambia, the regulation is such that it is becoming more and more stringent and more difficult to steal or to be corrupt. So once found now with the act that we put in place, the Public Finance Management Act, it is actually taking to task corruption and misappropriation, misapplication, and also just stealing from public funds. According to Transparency International Zambia 2020 Auditor General's report analysis, it was found that wasteful expenditure was 1,418 million kwacha, a figure 33 times higher than the amount allocated to Social Welfare Department in 2021 budget. Governance activist McDonald's Chipenzi is of the view that corruption should not be used as a tool to suppress the poor in society, and it should be followed up even at State House, as no one is above the law.
Corruption has killed more people than COVID combined. Because when people are corrupt, there will be no drugs in the hospital. The roads, you have seen how short the roads sometimes are. It has built today. Tomorrow, it's already brittled.
The Financial Intelligence Center report for 2021 has equally cited lawyers as having been one of the main culprits in the syndicate of corruption.
We have not, stories of lawyers being cited in the trend reports by the Financial Intelligence Center for being possible architects or accomplices in corruption and money laundering activities.
If Zambia has sufficient laws such as the Public Finance Management Act and agencies like the Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) and the Drug Enforcement Commission (DEC) to fight corruption, then the question every citizen is asking is, where are we missing it? President Hakainde Hichilema, since assuming office last year, has passionately talked about the stinking corruption in the procurement process.
How individuals can be so greedy, right, at the expense of citizens. It's unacceptable. Fuel procurement, fertilizer procurement. For you Zambians, when the fertilizer could be bought at $450 per ton, we were buying it at $1,200 per ton, with full knowledge of the people who buy. So do you have to guess what the motivation was? You don't have to. Zero tolerance to corruption, that will save resources, that will put in the economy, grow the economy, create jobs, and pay for our children in school, and all of that.
Continuous advocacy and engagement by civil societies and the citizen is key if the fight against corruption is to be won. It is for this reason that the strengthened accountability networks among civil societies, SANCA's project by Transparency International Zambia with funding from the European Union was recently launched so as to bring up conversations around public finance management and the contentious Public Procurement Act, respectively. Mweya Mukumbuta, MUVI TV News, Livingstone.
More stories are yet to come. Stay tuned as we take a short commercial break.
How to use your home Airtel Money wallet when traveling across Africa. Step 1. Get used to a new place. Step 2. Learn the language and culture. Step 3. Pay your bills in a foreign country using your home Airtel Money wallet. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Imanchan! Wewe
chanilasa
chinchi
nafa mayo chanilasa
manje mawe ayo sekutine ndikakhale fumu ndangati ndiye mawe ayo namvera kudala ero ini ninakana kungala fumu sinifuna ninakana nawauza kuti sinifuna kungala fumu
iwe sinifuna kumvera kali amene sorry mafuna
Mwadi?
Mama neo.
Michan. Ndwera.
Wati?
Ni muntu otyani osanikata nati. Ni muntu otyani opaya kalongosi wake.
Kalebu. Ukukuba na ule mne wako neo.
Kwa mene uko mwemva pwino atate chief. Soti osanikata.
Sanata njaya.
Muli na mwaye ninga kunyateni neo so.
Kalebu. Ukukuba na ule mwe.
Kwa mene uko nikufunyeni kanongola neo.
Maimangiza. Muntu oyipa iwe. Iwe shwa maimangiza oshwa. Nemu yako paliye nilikuwalale shunga inde kulala mnganda mwangu yomweza abanda beka iwe. Adadi mwanikonsha choyamba mwanikonsha. Ilelo nukuja mwandizeuza ule sizifu na iwe. Alume bangu balewe ukoba atete samara ni mau. Sinza ya samara.
Zikolanu amfumu. Zikolanu amfumu.
What?
Tabernacle presents an all-night prayer meeting whose theme is Grace to Use When You Are in Need, with your speaker, Apostle T. Michael, the Apostle of Jesus, at the Government Complex Theatre Hall behind Freedom Statue in Kamwala on the 12th of August 2022 from 20 hours to 05 hours the following morning. It shall be a national theme launch of the Grace of God, power that breaks every yoke of bondage. Entry is absolutely free, and when all has been said and done, you will be given a free bottle of anointed miracle water and miracle sticker. Music by the Powerhouse Praise Team and other anointed artists. It shall be a night of miracles, breakthrough, signs and wonders. You can't afford to miss this one.
Welcome back. Government says it is considering taking a bill to Parliament that will look at delimiting some constituencies that are too vast. North-Western Provincial Minister Robert Lihifu disclosed this when he paid a courtesy call on His Royal Highness Chief Mumena at his palace in Kalumbila district. Mr. Lihifu explains that some constituencies are too vast that even the increased constituency development funds, the CDF, which is a 27.5 million allocation, is not going to be enough. He says this will ensure that every citizen in the country have a fair share of the national cake.
Receiving 25.7 million to be shared in Kalumbila district, which is so vast. I think the government also is trying to bring another bill in Parliament so that we can delimit these constituencies which are too vast, so that we get the same, equal share from national treasury, Your Royal Highness. Not only that, Tata, because of free education, the free education has come with a lot of challenges. For instance, there are no infrastructure in our government schools, hospitals. That's why we have brought decentralization, so that people can decide themselves from what level. How do we use this 25.7 million kwacha? Teacher pupil ratio that your government has decided also to recruit 30,000 plus teachers, so that we reduce that burden. As you are aware, education is the best equalizer. If a parent leaves a child with a gift of education, then that parent will never be forgotten. I'm aware.
Former Residents Doctor Association of Zambia President Dr. Brian Sampa has emphasized the need for government to strengthen investments in the health systems in an effort to expand service provision to the country that can sustain its Sustainable Development Goals number 3. In an interview with MUVI TV News, Dr. Sampa says, despite appreciating the fact that government has employed more health personnel, there is need to do more in the health sector. He reiterates that for Zambia to achieve its SDG number 3 by 2030 of good health and well-being, issues of lack of drugs in the health facilities and no enough hospitals, especially in the rural parts of Zambia, needs to be addressed with the urgent attention.
The Zambian government has set itself the ambitious targets to provide equitable access to cost-effective, quality health services as close to the family as possible. But despite decades of accelerated health innovation, there are still devastating gaps in health outcomes between and within countries. However, previous studies have revealed inequalities in healthcare utilization in the favor of the rich. Further, those with the greatest need for health services are not getting a fair share. In Zambia, though equity in access is extolled in government documents, there's evidence suggesting that those needing health services are not receiving their fair share. It is for this reason, former Resident Doctors Association of Zambia President Dr. Brian Sampa has emphasized the need for governments to strengthen investments in the health system to expand service provision in order for the country to attain its Sustainable Development Goals number 3. Speaking in an interview with MUVI TV News, Dr. Sampa says despite appreciating the fact that government has employed more health personnel, there's need to do more in the health sector.
We need to appreciate the fact that any journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, and this is a step in the right direction, but we need to do more, because it's when you talk about universal health coverage, we are not just talking about one aspect, which is just employment. Even the same employment, the gap is still too much between patient and nurses, patient clinical officers, doctors and other people. So we may need to employ more in the coming years, and we may need to make sure that we buy drugs and medical supplies. That is the only way. We also need to look at the distances from hospitals. Most of the people are walking long distances to access healthcare services. So those are some of the other aspects which we need to look at, which we are not doing fine in. So if we can do that, and also we look at our GDP and compare what we are spending, the healthcare spending, According to the Abuja Declaration, it's supposed to be 15%, but we are below 10%. So we also need to look at those aspects to make sure that we spend more in the Ministry of Health. That's the only way we are going to achieve that. And we are only remaining with about 8 years. So we need to do more.
However, for Zambia to achieve its Sustainable Development Goal number 3 by 2030 of good health and well-being, issues of lack of drugs in health facilities and not enough hospitals, especially in rural parts of Zambia, needs to be addressed with urgent attention. Margaret Chota, MUVI TV News in Lusaka.
Republic Vice President Mutalena Lumango has advised traditional leaders to continue uniting the country as they are pillars to national development. Speaking when she held a meeting with traditional leaders, says government appreciates the important role that traditional leaders play in uniting the country. Mrs. Nalumango explained that there is need for children to be taught about the importance of unity, preserving the culture of the country, and that the traditional leaders should also work with the government on the day, stating that for those who want to be in politics, they will be treated as such as the government will give honor where it is due. She has since called on the leaders to support the government as it develops the country. Front PF4 Member of Parliament Emmanuel Tembo has charged that Zambians are experiencing more poverty under the UPND administration than they experienced it before the 12th of August 2021. Speaking in an interview, Mr. Tembo stated that the high cost of living the country is experiencing is something that the new Dawn government should deal with, as many people are suffering. He states that although there has been a single-digit inflation, the cost of basic commodities has continued to go high further, wondering how this will help an ordinary Zambians. Mr. Tembo disclosed that it is high time UPND addresses the issues that Zambians elected them for. Mr. Tembo also stressed the need for the UPND not to focus on fighting the former ruling party and focus on delivering on their campaign promises.
We are surprised that a government that we thought is full of educated people, but is proving to be actually a government of illiterates and ignorant people. Even in parliament, they are failing to provide answers that we want. And as a Zambian myself, before I am a parliamentarian, I'm a Zambian. I'm concerned about the current future, our current state of affairs as well as the future. Our children's future is actually very bleak because of these policies that we are seeing. This talk about zero single-digit inflation. Honestly, inflation is said to be zero, but the prices are skyrocketing. Milling is now at 200. Fertilizer, 50 kg bag is now 1,000. You know, the price we can't afford. Even those that have income, or even those that are employed, they're actually, struggling to survive. What about the people from, the lower income levels and those that are not employed? So I think that this capitalist view or capitalist tendency of the UPND must come to an end.
We take a short break. We'll be back for more stories. Don't go anywhere.
Are you at home and want an easier and faster way to access and manage your Airtel account? Download the My Airtel app from your app store. Open the app, enter your phone number, click on Request OTP, enter your one-time PIN, and congratulations! You can now use the My Airtel app to top up, pay bills, send money, and much more. Be smart, be safe.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Tabernacle presents an all-night prayer meeting whose theme is Grace to Use When You Are in Need, with your speaker, Apostle T. Michael, the Apostle of Jesus, at the Government Complex Theatre Hall behind Freedom Statue in Kamwala on the 12th of August 2022 from 20 hours to 05 hours the following morning. It shall be a national theme launch of the Grace of God. power that breaks every yoke of bondage, entry is absolutely free. And when all has been said and done, you will be given a free bottle of anointed miracle water and miracle sticker. Music by the Powerhouse Praise Team and other anointed artists. It shall be a night of miracles, breakthrough, signs and wonders. You can't afford to miss this one.
Ruling United Party for National Development UPND Secretary General Watuke Imenda says marriage is a noble cause that must be given due respect because it was ordained by God. The ruling party boss was the guest of honor at the wedding reception of Omei Monde and Natasha Mutale held in Lusaka last night. Mr. Imenda asked the couple to only allow third parties to resolve their conflicts if the two fail to resolve them. He also advised the couple to always communicate and to be open to each other since marriage is in fact based on trust.
In the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 24, that therefore shall a man leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. This is exactly what we are witnessing here today. Let us therefore realize that as much as the onus to keep the marriage is on the married couple, we also must support them for their success. There is a need to understand that the two are now one and therefore must be treated as such. Natasha and Omei, you must also realize that you have left your parents' home and now you must have to build a home of your own. Therefore, you must learn to live together and build a solid relationship. The best way to do this is always to communicate, to be open to each other, since marriage is in fact based on trust. May I also remind that differences for sure shall arise, for there is no home or couple that do not have misunderstandings, but learn to understand each other and manage the differences amicably. That you must not wash it in public. Keep your bedroom issues to yourselves. I urge you to develop a habit of resolving your problems on your own, and of course ask for advice from the right people when need arises.
The Enhanced Stakeholders Agribusiness Promotion Project under the Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock says it is delighted with the progress of workers in the construction of livestock breeding centers by Mopululu and Manzomwa livestock cooperatives of Chirundu district under its matching grant facility. Speaking during a monitoring visit in Chirundu, ESAPP Finance and Administration Manager Mianda Sakala commended the two livestock cooperative societies for attending milestones in this construction of the facilities. We have more in this report.
The Enhanced Smallholder Agribusiness Promotion Program, ESAP, says it is delighted with the progress of works by Mopululu and Manzoma livestock cooperatives of Chirundu district under its matching grant facility. Speaking during a monitoring visit in Chirundu district, ESAP Finance and Administration Manager Mianda Sakala has commended the two cooperatives for achieving the milestones 1 and 2.
We are proud to say that at least the cooperatives have been able to achieve both the milestone 1 and 2, where they needed to do infrastructure and to also restock. And we are hopeful that they will be able to achieve their objective. I think of the livestock projects that ESAP had funded before its closure, these are the two projects that have managed to go on and to restocking, with the others continuing on the follow-up project that will come on.
And speaking during the same visit, Lusaka Province Senior Livestock Production Officer Mwansa Tembo says the ministry expects the beneficiaries to conduct pass-ons to other members in the community once the project starts.
We are proud to say that amongst all the groups in the country that were given a matching grant, they are the only group that was given the second disbursement to purchase goats. We're excited about this because the goats will be distributed to households, and we expect them to pass on the goats to other members in the community.
And speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Manzoma Cooperative Chairperson Ali Malunga says the center will help improve breeds and prices for goats in the area.
It is going to improve the lives of our women here in the valley. As a result, they are going to have more income because of selling these animals to traders, those who will be coming to buy our animals. Apart from that, we expect even the local variety of these breeds also to improve because of this breeding center. Apart from that, young people of the local area, they are going to be employed at this breeding center. So in short, we are going to create employment for our people in this area.
The 2 livestock centers are being constructed at the cost of over 3 million kwacha and will benefit over 500 households in the district. Sebastian Mtefura, Nais in Chirondo district.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church Main Organization of Midlands West Zambia Conference has embarked on a project to construct a modern mother's shelter at Mwashisompola Level 1 Hospital in Chivompo District with the aim to help the hospital solve the problem of shelter for people who went to hospital to take care of their loved ones at the hospital. The project is estimated at 360,000 kwacha, was flashed off on August 4th, 2022 during a colorful groundbreaking ceremony graced by the Deputy Chief Whip of the Zambia Parliament, Princess Kasuni. The Kembelo maker noted that the gesture by the SDA Church through the Adventist Main Organization resonates well-wishers' desire of the New Dawn government to uplift and transform the lives of people, more especially in our rural communities. Speaking at the same event, President of the SDA Church in Midlands West Zambia Conference said that the churches in the conference have embarked on a mission of preaching the gospel practically.
Adventist Main Organization. Wawesa mukutiakira mother shelter kuloku Mwashisompola Level 1 Hospital. Amen. God, we are grateful as people of Chirombo. You know, I've done a lot of this, but usually it's because I've added money to it. For the first time, I'm doing it where other people have done it. Oh my God.
It is indeed a historic moment because a project of this magnitude shall forever be remembered and its impact will forever be with us. I am informed that this project, or this is initiative of the Seventh Adventist Main Organization, shortly known as the AMO Men. The cost of this project stands at approximately 360,000 kwacha. It includes a construction of the men's shelter that will accommodate about 30 bed spaces for the mothers or the parents, because sometimes it's a father who comes. A modern kitchen and attached ablution block, toilets, including showers. As you can all see, the old mother shelter was long declared unfit for human consumption. 2 years ago, a makeshift tent was pitched to try and help the situation, but you can all see it has not helped much. And during the rains, if you remember, I came here and a lot of our mothers were getting soaked. I am glad, therefore, to hear of these partnerships being forged by the Adventist main organization, AMO of the Seventh Adventist Church, and the Hospital of Edoza here at Matsompola Level 1 Hospital. As I am informed, about 1 acre has been provided by the administration for the construction of this building and related supporting structures. This is truly exciting because it speaks to the policies of the New Dawn government as well as our ultimate goal to improve the lives of all Zambians.
Well understand the mission of the Seventh Adventist Church is to preach the gospel, but now in these last days to preach it with practice. You'll be interested to know that the conference or our church in this territory has sunk more than 200 boreholes in your constituency alone in the past 2-3 years. And these are not church boreholes, they are community boreholes. Today, the AMO have pulled a big one. This project is simply what they were meant to be as AMO. We are glad that the hospital here welcomed them and partnered together in planting the mother's shelter.
In as much as our theater is operational, we would want our mothers to come and wait for delivery, especially those that have complications or where we anticipate complications. Therefore, the coming on board of AMO to come and construct the mother's shelter is a great milestone to the Ministry of Health, and we really appreciate the gesture. So we are so grateful to the AMO president and the team that please thank you very much for your gesture. Would like to invite other people to emulate what AMO has done by helping us construct a new maternity wing or maternity ward, a stand-alone.
Madam Guest of Honor, we are glad to report to you that today, as we do the groundbreaking ceremony, the project of building the mother's shelter at Matsompola Level 1 Hospital has begun.
On that note, we come to the end of our Prime Bulletin, but before we go, a recap of the headlines. A 19-year-old Javanese of Salama Park area kills both his parents. TIZ saddened with the levels of corruption in Zambia. Envelope on Sunday morning partially swept through the Ministry of Infrastructure. And government ponders on the delimitation of vast constituencies. And finally, in the world of sport, a 19-year-old Zambia Munzala Samokonga crowned champion in the athletic tournament. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I've been your anchor, Faith Malambo. Stay tuned and join us for our main bulletin at exactly 21:15. For now, good evening and enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
This is Melvin.
Hi, Michael.
And this is his house. Melvin always has a lot of people over. Friends, friends of friends, friends of friends of friends. Everybody loves Melvin. And you wonder why. What is it about Michael? Sorry, Melvin. Probably his Airtel 4G Smart Box. 4G speeds for your home and office. Connects up to 32 devices.
For all your electrical needs, visit Fidelity Stores now and get quality products by Electromaster, a name you can trust. Hurry now while stocks last. Fidelity Stores, quality goods, affordable prices.
Tabernacle presents an all-night prayer meeting whose theme is Grace to Use When You Are in Need, with your speaker, Apostle T. Michael, the Apostle of Jesus, at the Government Complex Theatre Hall behind Freedom Statue in Kamwala on the 12th of August 2022 from 20 hours to 05 hours the following morning. It shall be a national theme launch of the Grace of God. power that breaks every yoke of bondage. Entry is absolutely free. And when all has been said and done, you will be given a free bottle of anointed miracle water and miracle sticker. Music by the Powerhouse Praise Team and other anointed artists. It shall be a night of miracles, breakthrough, signs and wonders. You can't afford to miss this one.
Hello my people, lelo kuwina pa new deal game show ni diviri kipiki na numbers ya ngati ya bili kubwela kuwina drama up to 2,000 kwata imwe ni lelo osati day inangu so ngati mufuna kuwinako jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 5 hash sending ngati muna 6 kwata or more. Jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 3 hash sending ngati muna 4 kwata or more mu mobile money account yanu. Olo jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 2 hash sending ngati muna 3 kwata or more imwe. Lelo ni diviri madiongo tupasa jabe ma 50 ma 70 ma 100 ma 50 ma 70 ma 100. Join the winning team imwe. Enter. The more you enter, lelo madrozi ni angati ya bidi up to 2,000 kwata so ikugwira lelo. Enter. The more you enter, the more chances you have of winning makwata. Enter. MUVI TV.
Manje mawe ayo siya kuti ine ndikankale fumu ndanga ndiye mawe ayo namvera kudala ero ine ndinakana kungala fumu sinifuna ndinakana nawauza kuti sinifuna kungala fumu
iwe sinifuna kungala kali amene sorry my phone.
Mwadi?
Mama leo.
Ndwera. What? Ni muntu otyani osanikata nati. Ni muntu otyani opaya kalongosi wake.
Karibu. Ukukubona uli mnene wako neo.
Kwa mene uko mwemva pwino atate chief. Soti osanikata wangu.
Sanata njala.
Muli na mwayi ninga kunyateni neo so.
Karibu. Ukukubona uli mwe.
Kwa mene uko nikufunyeni kanongola neo.
Maimangiza. Muntu oyipa iwe. Iwe shwa maimangiza oshwa nemu yako paliye nilikuwalale shunga ende kolala mnganda mwangu yomweza banda beka iwe.
Adadi mwanikonsha choyamba mwanikonsha.
Ilelo nukuja mwandizeuza ule suzifu na iwe. Alume wangu balewe ukoba
Atete samara ni mau.
Siza ya samara.
Zikolanu amfumu. Zikolanu amfumu.
What?
MUVI TV.
ladies and gentlemen, the winning is back on MUVI TV, your channel of choice. And this time around is called the New Deal Game Show. It's a deal. Stand a chance to win yourself a variety of household goods ranging from TV sets, fridges, and sofa sets. And there's so many latest phones that are up for grabs. Not forgetting Luzulu, Chelete, cash money. There's a lot of money that is up for grabs every day that you're going to participate on the show, be it daily, weekly, and at the end, which is a grand draw. So how to play? Dial *265 *13275 and then the amount that you're drawing for, which could be daily 2 kwacha, weekly 3 kwacha, and grand 5 kwacha. That is all you got to do to participate in the New Deal Game Show. Come and win. So stand a chance to win. Hello ladies and gentlemen, the winning is back on MUVI TV, your channel of choice. And this time around is called the New Deal Game Show. It's a deal. Stand a chance to win yourself a variety of household goods ranging from TV sets, fridges, and sofa sets. And there's so many latest phones that are up for grabs. Not forgetting Luzulu, Chelete, cash money. There's a lot of money that is up for grabs every day that you're going to participate on the show, be it daily, weekly, and at the end, which is a grand draw. So how to play? Dial *265 *13275 and then the amount that you're drawing for, which could be daily 2 kwacha, weekly 3 kwacha, and grand 5 kwacha. That is all you got to do to participate in the New Deal Game Show. Come and win. So stand a chance to win.
Ntawi ya kwana yote ya game pano ya so tentuonesese kutitipanga ma entries yali successful ngati na 3 kwata tate yako ya 2 kwata ilibe problem nukudialing atabe *265 *13275 2 hash send ngati na 4 kwata kutitwate yako ya 3 kwata kudialing afye *265 *13275 3 hash send ngana kwata 6 kwata mwa bantu bakwalesa ni chimochi ine kuti nikafya *265 *13275 5 hash sending amatege mu 5 ni chintu cha buno maningi agamboka kuti munga wineko 100 kwacha ngati mwayambirira kuntumira phone. At the same time you are creating your chances of becoming the owner of that beautiful gari moto, a BMW 650i. So onesesani kuti pano pamene zafika mufunika kuti mupanga ma entries aya ma 5 kwata yeka ngana mkwata 6 kwata nangula ishapitirirapo mwamfweni mwe bantu bakwalesa. Otherwise the more you play the game, the more chances you create of making money, and also the closer you become to winning a BMW 650i. So tuonesese kutititea bwino game, tuonesese kutitita chintu cha titea chintu munjira yokonkoloka. Otherwise ni chintu cha buno maningi ngati mupanga entries ya ma 5 kwacha ya ma 5 kwacha. So ngati mulina 5 kwacha manje as we are waiting for the day that we are going to conduct the grand draw, mufunika muchita hama ma game 5. Mukachita hama game 5 mwapanga successful entry ya 5 kwata zibani kuti at least naimo mzambo tantamako paja pa tankan pa filling station kuikisako fuel mu BMW 650i not kuti nthawi zonse mkapitira pa filling station ndiye kuti mwagozera ulo mwa hiking ulo mwachita mtundu wanja ulo mwakwera mwamene mu bus sichoneka bwino So that beautiful car could be yours if you are making entries for ma 5 kwata mwe bantu bakwalesa. Kwalesa, that's the baby I'm talking about. A BMW 650i Mwebantu wa Kwalesa. You can participate on the New Deal game show from wherever it is that you are watching the game from. Makamaka ngati ni Zambia, and then mulina any of the mobile money account, and in those accounts there is a little bit of some cash. Muliko kobi kuyambira pa 6 kwacha kuenda kumwamba huku. Ngati mulinayo 6 kwacha, even if there are entries for 3 quarters and 2 quarters, just forget about those ones. We just focus on what? We just focus on game 5s. Agamboga kuti game 3 singalengese kuti muwine up to you muwine BMW 650i. Game 3 isiri achabe pa weekly draw. Mwaona kam. Game 2 na eve singa kuwiniseni up to weekly draw inga kuwini seni chabe up to pa daily draw. Kutanta uza kuti yambiri ya flopa msanga or ya sila value msanga, but game 5 will still be there. It will still be valid up to the day we are going to give away the car. Ndiye chabuno chaka yena chamene mufunika kuti mkazitera mukazipangira ma entries ya ma 5 kwacha. So the more you the more chances you have of making mula on the New Deal game show. So, na timu mungasenzese any of the mobile money platforms that you are on. Kapena ni pa Airtel, mungasenzese Airtel Money. Ngati ni Zamteo kwacha, mungasenzese Zamteo kwacha. Ngati ni Momo, mungasenzese Momo. And then mungateye as many times as you can. Mungateye, in fact, even pamine sidiri pa TV. Ngati ni sidiri pa TV, Dr. BI is not also on TV. Naimo mungapangeko entry, mungateyeko, because your target, in fact, your target, you don't just be winning the 100 quarters, 50 quarters, and 70 quarters. My target ya mnemfuni konkala nayo niyo wina BMW 650i. So BMW 650i, you don't need to wait for my countdowns. Mungateye at any time, in the middle of the night, in the morning, mid-morning, afternoon, mid-afternoon, evening, and whatever time my diaring. Yeah. So enter. Unfortunately, we are not going to be putting time there because there is something that is not correlating technically here. So it is achita bwanje. My time is 1931. Kutanta uza kuti pa 1941 I will have to get off the deck so I can give something to that lucky person who is going to call me first. Ensure mwapangako entry from the time I appeared on TV, kuchokera pa time ya mene nashita appear, kufikira pa time ya mene nizashita bwanji, ya mene nizaseruka ndeke. But as we are, as we move on, nizambo kuuza ni kumwista ni remind ma minutes ya mene ya stabranji ya mene ya salako. But chikulu ni kumaking sure kuti mupanga ma entries ayo. Ngati mulina 3 quarter is also enough for you to play game 2. If you have a 3 quarter, all you need to do is to go to your keypad. Madini is a *265 *13275 2 hash send. When you send, muzazi peza pampata wina o pamalo pena pamine mzafunika kungene sawanu kuti muvomereze kuti mfuna kulipira ku movie ting. And then kachividi mzafunika kuti bazakuzani kuti muste enter mobile money pin number yanu. So mukasta enter 4 correct digits of your mobile money pin number, and then a 2 quarter is going to be successfully deducted from your monies. And then ikachokamo 2 quarter it means mwapanga entry ya 2 quarter. And then iyo entry ya 2 quarter ngati ndimwe mzambirira kunitumira ikafika 1941 ikafika 1941 oni kambetaba tingana ikira fepa kandeke mwabangiriro kuntumina phone na lami dalisa na chi 50 kwacha echo mungabonfya ukupanga ama entries yambi. Remember, winning is every day on the New Deal game show. Kuti mwawina akachelo, kuti mwawina akasuwa, kuti mwawina nangula chungulo. So ensure you are making successful entries. Ngati mulichabe na 4 kwacha mu mobile money account, no matter how attractive game 5 is looking, please making sure kuti mupange entry ya 3 quarter by putting a 3 in between the last star and the hash. Nizabweleze zapo hapo nati ngati mulina 4 quarter chabe olo kuti ingaoneke yo sangala sabwanji yo koka mtima bwanji game 5 osaika 5 paja pakati pa last pakati pa star ya ku last na hash paja ni bwino muikepo 3 then muike hash and then mupitilize na process yokonkapo so that at least mukapanga successful entry for 3 kwacha mungafenderereko na pafupi na drama up to 20,000 kwacha for the coming weekly draw because ya wiki yata atachita kudala we have already picked a number at 15-16 hours show so apa chamne cha salapo nikutea na bene ba number bamene benzi ba bwanji bamene benzi bamene number ya wenzi ya picking iwa so ndiye mwamene tichitira pano ni bweza po futi ngati muli na 5 kwacha yako 5 kwacha mu mobile money account yanu you only have a 5 kwacha you cannot make a successful entry for 5 kwacha olo inga kongwa nangu kuti yanone damtundu bwanje game 5 BMW ija ikuko kani mtima you can only make a successful entry for 5 kwacha if you have a minimum of 6 kwacha mu mobile money account yanu ainika it doesn't matter ni mobile money account tikapani ya Airtel oloni ya Zamteo oloni ya Momo ili yose mugashite bwanji mungatere so ngati muli nayo 6 kwacha olozopitirirapo mungapange tuma entries don't even count how much money you have spent from the time you started playing the game imwe nikutea tabe mungenesa ma entries mungasi mungeneza paka mzakaona chiseko cha segu kamwamona kavalandati mpama pamo astileshani mpama pamo tula the ngoma my darling you could just tula the ngoma and become the owner of that beautiful BMW 650i so osaligera panjira osali ulendo ukaima paka ufike kumapeto ku destination utumvese sana kabo tobako so enter ma 5 kwacha chabe ngati mufuna kunkhala bene ba BMW 650i so 6 minutes to go. If you want to win a little something as we are waiting for the weekly draw, the daily draw and the grand draw, making sure kuti mwapangako entry from the time I came here ukufuma upo na chambila show up to patime nalami ebati apa nomba naikira pakandeke kuti mwastashani mwantumi na phone. Yes, and then when I say nase luka pakandeke ngati mwate yako ya 5 kwacha mwate yako ya 3 kwacha mwate yako yeah 2 kwacha you are good to call me and then I give you what you deserve. If you made an entry for 5 kwacha I'm going to bless you with 100 kwacha which is enough to buy a chinanansi, which is also enough to buy a watermelon, my darling. Yeah, you too. Yeah, it is very important to do some of these things. If you want to go the indigenous way, you can just buy, a tibalo of, kawawasha, chitumba, 50 kg chakawawasha. Ama mukaone kuti thupi yamboneka yo salala sati kuti muntu kuthupi mubiri woneka ngati kapena nchitunguza. It's not supposed to be. The more you ta, the more chances you have of making money. Ngati mulina 3 kwacha hama game 2. Ngati mulina 6 kwacha hama game 5. Ngati mulina 4 kwacha hama game 3. Yose yakuwinisani bana maiti sana mane wenye tisakatane meso andi kupanga ma entries ya mungapange ma times pusana ma times bwezeza imikwi ingi yes na londolo lakabotu ya so mungateye at any time depending on how much money you have ndiye pamene munga chite bwanji ndiye ma entries amene mungateye the amount of money that you have in your mobile money accounts is what determines how many times you can make those entries. Tamvese sana kabotu. Otherwise my time is counting down. 5 minutes to go. I hope you are playing the game right. Today has been one of those beautiful days. I've had a winner from Livingston. I've had a winner from Kitwe. I've had a winner from Nampundwe. Nangabakalale mulikwisa balusaka. Studio ilite mupepi na imwe kuti mwafirwa zoona kupangako ka entry nangula ka 2 kwacha nangula ka 3 kwacha nangula ka 5 kwacha. Awo muinchite fyo. Mwamona. Ngama wina kona imwe na lamufa bwino kabo tumaningi. Hande. Na zamvela hande maningi. So play the game. The time is counting down. And I'm only remaining with a few seconds to get off the deck, so I can bless you with 100 kwacha, or I bless you with 70 kwacha, or I bless you with 50 bululu wanga. One buffalo muri wenka on a Sunday like this. Unga gule maona. Unga sebenzesheko transport mairo. Wankalako na yo sila ko yogurira ko chite chikandolo kunganda huko. Vana kuti achiteko nkasako vanonedeko vana. Maona. wanawo wakwerako chite galimoto chite kuchuka basi wakwerako uta kunchito ulokuyepereka ma application net osati kuyepereka application net uchayi ulendo wabana ba Israeli ula wenda 40 years ukapeze kuti aya kwechite baya kolomba na nchito bapasa kale lomba oyembekeza na retirement package mwaona 40 But anyway, let's play the game, right? Otherwise, we have a lot to offer. This beautiful baby bear here, an upright fridge is waiting for you. It could be yours if you play the game 3s and also game 5s. That beautiful 4-plate cooker could also be yours if you continue playing game 3s and game 5s. Yeah, agambo gaguti pa weekly draw, we only take care of those like those that make entries for my 3 quarters and my 5 quarters. Tuambese sana gabo tu. Yeah. Ngati mujita ma 5 kwacha mupanga ma entries ama 5 kwacha ni chintu cha bwino maningi amake. Ni chintu chisuma sana maningi fye. Chintu chibotu maningi. Chintu chiwemi chomene. Tapulikana makola bene. Enyana. Yeah. So para mkunjizi tuma 5, tuma 3, tuma 5 duko kuti mkuchita chintu chiwemi chomene, chintu chukumbika chomene. So imwe para mwanjizi yako ya 5 ota ya 3 mbwe nkulindira waka ine kuti I make that draw. Yeah, though we've made it look as if it's, you know, but you know, those are just the envelopes and you know other things. Otherwise, it doesn't mean that taikapo envelope taikapo na phone ndiye kuti tapikira popupwe. Maona ka. It is still enamori, children of God. It is very new. It is very new. Until today, abena mzaka pigapo kapena ni impwa, kapena ni chite ntoyo, kapena ni vinkubala, kapena ni mafurufute, kapena mzaka yambitapo kupika chana, amene mzaka iwina stove. You have to be very careful. Agambo kaguti, if you are not winning it, trust me, nane nubempereda pato. Nikangofika tela mune, niwane ni stove nalemana kukala kwa chitangati nikamiksa kasaundi kala. Maona. Otherwise, that's a 4-plate cooker, which is also up for grabs on the New Deal Game Show. So if you wish to win it, ensure you are playing the game right. Dial *265*13275*5 hash said, or you dial *265*13275*3 hash send. The more you enter, devil is a liar. The more chances you have of making moolah and win big. Play the game, play the game, play the game, play the game, play the game. Ndipo kamzimu ko ndikula kenitava. Wena nguba unapomo pa. Play the game, play the game. The more you ta, the more chances you have of making moolah. If you have a 3 quarter mwebantu bakwalesa ingi sana ukutera game 2. Iyo ine ya 2 quarter kuti ampangisha kwa mawina kuti starter on a Sunday like this. Sunday the 7th. Ni Sunday the 7th, yes. It's Sunday the 7th. Kutantauza kuti mukaiwinako mairo. At least mungaguleko ngati sumfuna kudia kandolo. Ngata mlefayo kuli efyumbu kuti mwashitako ka bread na ngula chitray cha maloko bands. Yeah. Nga mlefaya kuti mwastafye mbalala mwapika ko porridge wadiako porridge olumwaliako sample iliye kantu nayo sample it is healthy and it makes you know because this sample nchimozi na kuti walya sima yangaiwa mwaona. Yeah, so enter. Yeah, so my countdown is almost coming to an end. It is almost coming to an end, my darling. And ngati mwapangako entry ya 5 quarter ni chintu cha bwino maningi manje hapani seluka pakandeke. In fact, if you are sure you played the game from the time I appeared on screen, and then you can already begin to call 0977728000. Munga yambeko kutumira 0977728000. Ndebweke shapo nga mulishuwa na mute yako game from the time I appeared pano polo na chimonekera pano pa TV nyengo inanguonekera pano pa TV. Munga yamba kutumira namba 0977728000. 0977728000 is the number you are calling me on. Otherwise, I'm getting off the deck right now so I can conclude this, you know, and then we start another one, my darling. Enter. The more you the more chances you have of making moolah na seluka na pakandeke. May that lucky person call me. So yeah, I have a caller. Hello, director. Let me have sound up there. Mwasebeza bwanji wa bosi?
Mwasebeza demushu masoma bwana.
Nacho mabwino. Nipase ni namba mwasenze sa kutea game.
0967
0967
51
51
63
63
43.
43 Atuandani zina?
Ba Maxwell.
Ba Maxwell mtumila kuti?
Kurusaka.
Pati?
Pamatelo.
Pamatelo. Okay, ba Maxwell nipase ni namba futi.
0967
51
63 43.
Ba Maxwell matia game cha?
Tatia game 3.
Matia game 3. Nipase ni namba futi.
0976
0976
0976 0967
0967 yeah.
61 63 43.
43. Are you sure that's the number you used to play the game?
They can see me in market.
Ati?
They can put demo.
Okay, congratulations yaoneka. Congratulations mwawina 70 kwacha pa new deal game show.
Komo.
Titume ku number iti drama.
Yamene.
Ibwela na zina bwanji.
Maxwell Lupia.
Maxwell Lupia. Okay, congratulations my brother. Continue playing the game. You could win more than that.
Okay, yamena tera yamena tumira.
Ati bwanji?
Yamene mutumize ku namba tena tera kuno yamena tumirako.
Yamene mwatera hapo noti yamene mwatumira hapo? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Congratulations once again. Otherwise, this time around, yeah, we are playing the person whose number was picked earlier in the day. Kutanta uzakuti, tichiteko chimbuya na ziseko. It's been a while. Otherwise, legani tuchite choncho, so don't call me, because I'm using this same, I'm using this same line that you are using to call me on. Kuti nitumire nikambe na bamene number ya uyenzi ya picking you pa 15 hours. Otherwise, ngatina sirizana na beve aba, that's when I'll get back to you. But you are not supposed to stop making those entries. Agamboga guti, ma entries ayo sumu machitira be kuti muwine ko 100 kwacha or 70 or 50 kwacha. Ma entries ayo muyapangira kuti muste increase ma chances yanu yo wina mu weekly draw munga mwamene bazachitira bamene nitea nao manje hapa. Olo kuwina muli grand draw so that mukatenge gari moto ija yamene iyembekezera imwe. Otherwise, I'm just from explaining that don't call me because I want to talk to the person whose number was picked during the day. But hello, ba boss, muli bwanje? Hello?
Long number.
Ati?
Long number.
Oh, thank you. So, can I have the number for the player? Hello, babosi. Muli bwanji?
Bueno bwanji.
Nili bwino mutamba show hapa so. Mwamba ta bwanji kutamba TV.
Pande pamene namba.
Nde pamene mwamba kutamba TV hapa so.
That's not possible namba so.
Okay, so iyi phone sembe mwezi mwaipeza ili off because nikaribe kupasa countdown and then hapa naisia on because I want to talk to the person whose number was picked pa 15 hours show. Bamene ba winner for the weekly draw ndi bamene nifuna kutea nawo hapa. So you have to play the game again ngati na series kukamba naba bamene nifuna kambira bamene nifuna tumi kutumira mwamvera wa boss. Zikomo kwambiri. Children of God, so please just give me a little time nikambe na bantu amene nifuna kukamba nabo na papa atana ine ndi muntu fye sometimes kuti na alufyanya. Alo.
Alo.
Mwasebenza bwanji?
Bwanji.
Bwino. Mutamba TV hapa manje?
Tutamba TV.
Zikomo kwambiri mwanimvera pamene nakambati nifuna kukamba na bantu amene testa picking hapa pa 15 hours aini? Zikomo kwambiri. So nipase nko nikampata nikasiriza kukamba na bantu amene nifuna kukamba nao then I'll get back to you people, okay?
Okay.
Zikomo kwambiri. So in the meantime you can be making those entries. I think I'm having a problem with the callers. The children of God, somebody will have to help me to dial the number. So yeah, Fira. Just kondijata, just jata vi. Kapena ni chinyanja chaka ina mwangu nini mafuru. Yeah, so children of God, let's be making those entries. You know, the rules of this game is that you are supposed to wait for the countdown to come to an end, or when I tell you to begin to call me, that's when you can be called. Don't just call unnecessarily. Wait for me to tell you when to call me. I know mwate yako ya 5 kwacha, mwate yako ya 3 kwacha, mwate yako ya 2 kwacha, and you want to win. But you know, it's very important also to listen to what the other party is saying. Otherwise, paripano, I want to call the person whose number was picked. Vajaba madam, wamineta drawing a number yao for the weekly draw. Nde wamine nifuno kamba nao. Nde wamine tifuna kutiti tumile. Unfortunately, tatumiti 7 number yamine muma 7 kutitumila. Mwaona ka? And then it's not also automatic that pamene hapo, mukapanga entry, pamene hapa you have to call, and then muzawina. Ngati sumu yembekeza ni kuuze na ati antumine ni nomba or the line is open or I've disabled the flight mode. Ngati sumu na yembekeza ijatai mzapeza pa kuti manje hapa ma instances ya mina ima nkala offline yo mzapeza kakuti amungo tu maikamba chabe number busy mwaona ka so stima mveka bwino futi mwaona ka otherwise pali pano ngati mwate yako mwachita chintu cha bwino maningi but nikaseruka pakandeke yeah munga chite mozi. It's ringing. Okay. So mama mia entity game up. Okay, so can I have sound there up there so that it invesesane buino na
number you have dialed is busy. Please try a call later.
Hello? Is it me listening to myself or something? Hello? I said don't call me. Don't call me, children of God. Don't call me. Paras paka yenu ngapezeke watumila. Ni number sila na 63 ai. Don't call me and people keep on calling. I wonder how many people enter heaven with the failure of understanding. Oh yeah. Mwa sevenza bwanji mama.
Hello.
Hello mwa sevenza bwanji.
Bwino mnishani.
Awe na inendi fya bwino. Ni mweo namba ya picking ya tisalwa pa 15 hours aini.
Emka.
Ati banani ishi na mkwai.
Sneva.
Ma?
Sneva.
Vaneva.
Sneva.
Oh, mwachoma shani kusolo wezi huko. Ma?
Ekala sobino.
Maikala fya bwino.
Emka.
Okay, so ba mayo katwa kokole sana kambuka kuti ndifunika kuti naine ni masuke pano. Mwaonako kumanja kwanga. Are you watching TV right now? Mutamba TV hapa so. Mulemo nako kumaboko kumwanduku. Kulemo ne kenshi.
Kulama envelope.
Kulama envelope sai. So I've got tupendele chalimo ama envelopes ayo tupendele cha pamwaini. Fumyaniko volume ku TV. Fumyaniko volume ku TV tulandile fye pa phone.
Ni funyako.
Na totela. So ten tupende ama envelopes inkwete aya.
1.
1, yes. 2.
1. 1, 2. 1. Hello?
Yes, are you watching TV, Mama?
2.
Okay, tenti ambemo foot.
3. Tent on the foot. Hello? 1. Hello? 1. 1. 1. 2. 2.
Yeah, Mayo. Breathe in and breathe out. I think there is something that is yeah. Now breathing in.
Oh, that's person number 14.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
1. Okay.
Kunapenda.
Ndelo lela imo.
1. 1 yo guys.
Mayo. Palima I think the other camera should focus on my hands. Yeah, the other camera should just focus on my hands. Yeah, so 1 imayo. Ndemi afo kupenda. 2 mulemona? 3 mulemona? 4 mulemona? 5 mulemona?
Demona.
5 ka?
6 demona.
Yabayanga?
8. 7. Yaba 7.
Madam, ma envelope yali 6 aya. Iya chiba kukula air number 6. So na chibika fye hapa. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I am envelopes ya 3. 1, 2, 3. Uku kuside ku right hand kwa nduku kuliali 3, then na ku left uku na shako yali 3. Mwamona? Yeah. So ninkwata amadozi abiri pano. Kuli do 1 uku kuside na uku kuli do 2 uku kuside. So ayama envelopes ya 3 yafude yaingira muri do imbi, then yambi ya 3 yafude yaingira muri do imbi. So njebene ekyo nalafu ayiko kuyabika.
Okay. Hello?
Ndeumfa. Ndelo lela imwe munjele fya kuchita.
Kyale ko kumfika chan.
Na tinjebe necho nalabika ama envelopes aya uku kuli do 2 uku kuli do 3 ya 3 yafude yaingira muri do imbi ya 3 yafude yaingira muri do imbi. So njebe nefyo nalayabika.
Network Achani.
Mama, are you using the phone to listen to me?
Nomba network yakire shupako.
Network ile shupako?
Nomba nambo fifa.
Namu mfapa? Nati ninkwata ma envelopes ya yali 6 na niachita divide by 2. Meaning ukukumbi kuli ya 3, ukukumbi kuli ya 3. Then ninkwata na madozi abiri. Imbini do 2, imbini do 1. So ayama envelopes ya 3 yafude yaingira muri do imbi, ya 3 yaingire muri do imbi. Njabikeshani? Is it my bemba which is not sounding right, madam?
Network.
Okay, sorry. I think the viewers are going to bear me witness. Bazambo na vamneni zambo chita pano. So, nai mwamene mu onana kama envelope ya 3 aya yali hapa. So that aya ya 3 ni ikakudoi ili huku. So, but before na ya ikamo umudo cheki, muone kamuli chani chinangu. Tamuli, mulemone kenshi mudomu. Thank you. So, naingisha mama envelopes ya 3 haya. They studied ama dozen ama envelopes yen. This door also can remove you from the face of earth. Okay. So, nasenda yambia 3. Aya mwaya mona? Ndeya bikoko. But before na ingisha mo, I want you to confirm if at all you are seeing anything in this Mulemona? Okay, so na ingisha mama envelopes ya 3 waya. So tentite game. I hope mwakula mbomfya nchitundunshi.
Which member?
Okay, so my Bemba isn't that good, but I'll try my level best to ensure that we communicate properly. Otherwise, kulia kulima ama envelopes ya 3 na ukukuside kudo 1 kulia ama envelopes ya 3. So nimi kwatira 2000 kwacha mipele 2000 kwacha nangula muisule muma dozu. Mulaisula do? Okay, so mbali 2000 ya nafumia kona 500 kwacha ya bani 15 do or nangula 15.
Asani?
Na atikuli 2000 ya natimipela nafumia ko 500 kwacha ya shara 1500. Njisule do nangula mipele 15.
Ifrendo.
Okay, choose the door mama, choose the door.
Door number 2.
Door number 2. So ku door number 2 ku ndefu mya mofye envelope imo. Mwamona ka? Ndefu mya envelope imo mu door number 2. Ungapeze wasita vingazi wasegula door 1. Otherwise, I've picked an envelope from door what? I've picked an envelope from door 2, door machitashani or machisala. So what is going to be found in this particular door? If you alasangwa muli door muli envelope hiyo, if you malastashani malawina. Are you suminishani nsure envelope yenwe?
Ifren.
Nsure? Okay. Okay. Malite yakwe mikuinga game yo opo ya yambira.
Na gitea.
No kutamba mulatamba sana? Okay. No, hakuna matata. Katumone ifyala sangwamo. Okay, wonderful. So, for transparency's sake, kanjisule hapa mbone ifyala stashani. Mwamona ninjide pula envelope ya inika? Fwana pali mailo no, alishia mokambi. And then achitira nani kana nsendera kambi. Shirifaya. Otherwise, muletambira kunganda TV. Congratulations, you have won yourself 850 kwacha. Yeah, so to nati mwafi monefia sangwa momuli envelope. Okay. Palishinga
250.
Mwachikana shinga? Mwachikana shinga yo nachimipera
1.5.
Mayo nachimiambira pai 2000. Anyway, it's better than nothing. Otherwise, continue playing the game. Kutumwa sanga tumwa wini na moshimbi. Ainika?
Okay, thank you.
Natotera so tulemitumira ulupia lwenu nombalini apa so but before to closing let's check efyo mwanshira muri doi ine mwachisala mwamfaka to checking what you could have won efyo munshire pantu nafishala kale so mudotumu ama envelopes mwachishamo mayo wandi kamistire wangu sintuni wangu envelope imbi mwachiva 350 then iyi mayo wandi na pali mailo ayi apa pakumwa pampo samba umumumbi mwachiva 250 so ipyefyo mwanshira ishishonse shandi nkapera ko nabambi na uku na kwena tumone efyo mwachiringira efyo mwachinshira pantu kukwena tamwa chitonto kanyako nangu panono mwachinchitafye mwachinchitirafye abanzoni uku kwa chiva 200 kwacha kwa chiva futi na kwa chiva futi na kwa chiva microwave yeah that microwave has survived even this time around and it's very it's a very beautiful microwave. Perhaps I'm going to speak very good English tomorrow on a Monday to talk to my bosses so that I can just take it home. Nijindu chabuna maningi kutea ku game maona maunako na 250
okay
nijindu chabuna maningi maiwanga muyesa no kwesa no kunenuka iyo omumwa chiva 300 kwacha so microwave ya mene mwamisa it's worth 3500 kwacha kutantauza kuti ndiye yamene mwanisiira microwave otherwise mulungu akudaliseni tiza kumana futi de yamene mzakateera ngatitapikinga futi namba yanu okay so paoneka bwanji pa phone yanu yafika
I think so ningufaka on message nice
awe congratulations mayo wandi so
natotera
chisuma mkwaya at least ile kwa na kabagi kabunga
okay
so choncho ndiye choncho so I have a few minutes to go but chamine nifunika kukamba chamine za kuzani chakuti continue playing the game. The new deal game show can be played at any time. Mungateye kuseni muzuwa mumazulo. Osa target chabe kuwina tuma 50 kwacha, tuma 5 kwacha, tuma 70 kwacha, tuma 100 kwacha. There is something big that needs to be given away. A BMW 650i mwamvela ka so mungateye at any time mungati mulina ka 6 kwacha oloyo pitirirapo nuku dialing atabe *265 *13275 *5 send mukachita choncho mwakonka process ija yonso yokonka hapo mwatea bwino mwangenesa wanu mwangenesa mobile money pin number yanu and then mukapanga successful entry ndiye kuti mwafendelea pafupi na BMW 650i at the same time pamneti embekeza kuti tikapase moto kamunga wineko up to 20,000 kwacha or you could be the next person to come and play for up to 20,000 kwacha from our studios otherwise apata telapompa tikaona neso la mawa pa 9 okoloko eti otherwise ndikufudilali mafuno abwino play the game ndipo lelo kuwina pa New Deal Game Show ni diviri kipikina numbers yangati yabiri kubwera kuwina ndama up to 2,000 kwata imwe ni lelo osati day inangu so ngati mufuna kuwinako jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 5 hash sending ngati muna 6 kwata or more. Jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 3 hash sending ngati muna 4 kwata or more mu mobile money account yanu. Olo jailingani star 265 star 13 275 star 2 hash sending ngati muna 3 kwata or more imwe. Lelo ni diviri madiongo tupasa jabe ma 50 ma 70 ma 100 ma 50 ma 70 ma 100. Join the winning team imwe. Enter. The more you enter, lelo madrozi ni angati yabidi up to 2,000 kwata so ikugwira lelo. Enter. The more you enter, the more chances you have of winning makwata. Enter. MUVI TV.
Manje mawe ayo siya kuti ine ndikankale mfumu ndangati ndiye mawe ayo namvera kudala ero ine ndinakana kunkhala mfumu sinifuna ndinakana nawauza kuti sinifuna kunkhala mfumu.
Iwe sinifuna kumvera kali amene sorry mafuna
Mwadi? Mama neo. Michan.
Ndwera. Wachi? Ni muntu otyani osanikata nati. Ni muntu otyani opaya kalongosi wake.
Karibu. Ukukuba na ule mne wako neo.
Kwa mene uko mwemva pwino atate chief. Soti osanikata wangu.
Sanata njala.
Muli na mwaye ninga kunyateni neo so.
Karibu. Ukukuba na ule mwe.
Kwa mene uko nikufunyeni kanongola neo.
Maimangiza. Muntu oyipa iwe. Iwe shwa maimangiza oshwa demu yako paliye nilikuwalale shunga inde kulala mnganda mwangu yomweza abanda beka iwe.
Adadi mwanikonsha choyamba mwanikonsha.
Ilelo nukuja mwandizoza ule sizifu na iwe. Alume wangu balewe ukoba
Atete samara ni mau.
Siza ya samara.
Zikolanu amfumu. Zikolanu amfumu.
What?
MUVI TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning is back on MUVI TV, your channel of choice. And this time around is called the New Deal Game Show. It's a deal. stand a chance to win yourself a variety of household goods ranging from TV sets, fridges, and sofa sets. And there's so many latest phones that are up for grabs. Not forgetting Luzulu, Chelete, cash money. There's a lot of money that is up for grabs every day that you're going to participate on the show, be it daily, weekly, and at the end, which is a grand draw. So how to play? Dial *265 *13275 and then the amount that you're drawing for, which could be daily 2 kwacha, weekly 3 kwacha, and grand 5 kwacha. That is all you got to do to participate in the New Deal game show. Come and win. So stand a chance to win.
Hello my people, lelo kuwina pa New Deal game show ni dividi. Kipiki ngama numbers yangati ya bidi. Kubwela kuwina drama up to 2,000 kwata imwe ni lelo osati day nangu so ngati mufuna kuwina hapo dialingani *265 *13275 5 hash sending ngati muna 6 kwata or more. Dialingani *265 *13275 3 hash sending ngati muna 4 kwata or more mu mobile money account yanu. Olo, dialingani *265 *13275 2 hash sendi ngati mulina 3 kwata or more imwe. Lelo ni dividi madiongo tukasa tabe ma 50 ma 70 ma 100 ma 50 ma 70 ma 100. Join the winning team imwe. Enter. The more you enter, lelo madrozi ni angati ya bidi. Up to 2,000 kwata, so equal gwira lelo. Enter. The more you enter, the more chances you have of winning. Makwata, enter.
Imanchan. Leo.
Chanilasa.
Chinchi.
Nasamayo. Chanilasa.
Manje mawe yayo siya kuti ine ndikankale fumu. Ndangati ndiye mawayo namvera kudala. Ero ini ninakana kunkala fumu, sinifuna. Ninakana nawauza kuti sinifuna kunkala fumu.
It's lovely. Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, Africa, and warm welcome to the assignment program, Sunday, the 7th of August, in the year 2022. And of course, my guest on the program is NDC President, Madam Sawoi Imboela. She comes in to analyze the performance of the UPND in the last 1 year. And of course, I should make mention that in the last 1 year, President Hakainde Hichilema has today cracked a whip by dismissing one of his special men in the Ministry of Health, and that's in the name of Dr. George Magwende, who has been fired with immediate effect. That's a breaking news that we hope to be notified this evening as we dive into the rule of law in Zambia. And of course, like I did mention earlier on, I'm joined by one familiar face already to your screens. Her name is Miss Imboela. Madam President, welcome to the program.
I'm very happy to be here, Innocent. Always good to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Wow, you are coming at a time when President Hakainde Hichilema has just sounded a warning to one of our special people in government. And of course, one of the people that is going home or going to the Monday tomorrow is Dr. Magwende, who has been dismissed. Let's begin from there with regards to the adherence of the rule of law in Zambia. Let's begin from there. How has it been from the eyes of you as the opposition leader?
Okay. You know, this news is so breaking that this is when I'm even hearing of it. You know, it's not good news. Not that I'm happy that somebody has been fired. But, you know, when people are not doing their job, you know, they need to be fired. You know, so I think this is one of the good things that the president has done so far. You know, because if you look at the last 11 months, one of the biggest failures of President HH has been, number one, to find the right team to work with him. And number two, once he has discovered that the team is not right, he has not really made a decision to fire anybody. You know, you can fire people, you can have a reshuffle, you can make changes.